with you, bringing us technology in the palm of our hands, microcurrent technology, FDA approved device, and unbelievable results. When you see the before and afters, the first time I saw them and tried this out for myself, I was like jaw to the ground. I know you will be too. $198.98 is your sale price today. That is a $42 savings that's going away in just a few days. If purchased separately, so the gel and the device, you'd be paying $255. So you're getting 10 ounces of the Hydrating Aqua Gel Activator. Put that on auto delivery. It will ship to you every 90 days for 1 year, and you need the activator in order to use the device, so that's a must-do to get maximum results. $39.80 if you're choosing Easy Pay, and you have that free shipping and handling available to you, but only until the end of the day, so just a few more hours. A 702089 is your item number. Final presentation this month. So we have for you cherry red, your violet, fewer than 300 there, your black, 150 there, and then your sandy rose. Oh, it's sold out. You know, I'm not surprised. I feel like that's the first one to go. All right, so I want to bring in Kate Praise. She is the Vice President of Sales for NuFace, and she is an expert with all things skin. How are you, my dear friend? Happy Saturday.
Hi, I feel like we were just on together.
I know, the weeks go so quickly. I wish you were here, but I am delighted to at least have you over Teams for this hour, because I think this is something that is so revolutionary. And, you know, we have the creams and the lotions and potions with hopes that it's going to do the lifting, right, that we want it to do. But this is truly like working out for your face. This is doing what no lotion can ever do.
Oh my gosh, you said it perfectly. And I think the thing that people fall in love with most is the fact that you see instant results. So day one, you see immediate results. This is why people fall in love with it, because if this is your eye, maybe you wake up, the eyes are hooded, heavy, maybe you can't wear eyeshadow anymore, maybe you're losing your lash line with mascara. Look at the arch of the brow, how much higher the position is, how much more space on the lid there is. That is because we're toning the muscle. So I want to be very clear. This is not skincare. This is not skincare that's holding up the arch of the brow. This is all about everything that's under the skin, which is that muscle. And it's so important to tone the muscles, because as we age, those muscles stretch, they elongate. And guess what happens when the muscles stretch? The skin goes with it, because it's attached to the skin. It is actually the only place on the body that the muscles are attached to the skin. And in fact, we have 42 muscles. So when we're young, they're tight and toned. As we age, they stretch out, they elongate. And next thing you know, you get the heavy jawline, you lose that volume in the cheeks, the brows start to drop, and you're doing this in the mirror saying, oh my goodness, I need a lift. And that is truly where NuFace comes in. It works completely different than anything else that you have in your beauty arsenal. And Melissa, I mean, you and I have talked about it. Everybody should own a NuFace. Everybody should be using microcurrent.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, we always make that, you know, association, you and I, about like going to the gym and working out, right? You can eat right, and that's going to do one thing. And you can work out, and that's going to do another. But when you do it together, it's like a powerhouse. So if you have all of those moisturizers and lotions and potions and they're not doing it for you, insert NuFace. This is going to be a few minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. We're going to talk all about how to use it and when to use it, but I love that you see those instant results, and it's going to do what nothing else can in the palm of your hands, FDA approved. I just love the results for myself. I know you use this every day, so maybe we can kind of rewind for a moment and kind of talk about how we're using it, how often and when, just to kind of guide everybody through that.
Yeah, super easy to use. So in the beginning, I really want you to think about this as a personal trainer for your face. If you only used it once, it's about 24 hours staying power. But what we'd like for you to do is be consistent. Consistency is the key, because what you're doing is building muscle memory. just like you would on your body. So 5 minutes a day is all it takes. What we like to have you do is commit 5 minutes a day, 5 times a week. So say Monday through Friday for the first 60 days, 2 months. When you get to those 60 days, if you're happy with your results, you simply go to maintenance. And you can see on your screen right now, all of the muscles. I talk to so many people. I'm an esthetician myself. And when I do this on my clients, I talk to them about the muscles under their skin. And many people say to me, Kate, I didn't even realize that we had all of those muscles, let alone 42 of them. And that really is where microcurrent goes to work. So think of your skincare as your nutrition. That's one half of the equation. Think about microcurrent, NuFace as your personal trainer. That's the other half. And the two work synergistically.
Now, I know people are already placing their order, wondering if they should do auto delivery. And, at the top, I mentioned you need to use the activator in order to use this facial toning device. So maybe we can quickly touch on this activator as well, because you're getting 10 ounces with your original purchase and the device. And then auto delivery means this is going to ship to you every 90 days for a year. So, let's talk about that for a moment.
So the activator is your essential first step. You're never going to use your device without this. I do want to say this is like a treatment within itself. This is like skincare. It has hyaluronic acid, glacial water, our IonPlex technology. The reason we put all of these incredible skincare ingredients in here is because microcurrent loves hydrated skin. So it's going to help the microcurrent get down to the muscle. And so we're giving you 10 ounces. I love this. If you do a treatment at night, you can actually just massage it in, leave it in, go to bed. It's like a mask. If you're doing it in the morning, you could put your makeup right over top, or you can rinse it off as well. But this is always going to be your essential first step. It is a necessary part of your treatment.
And it
And I
feels
can see you're
so
lifting.
good. Yes, I am, girl. I'm not gonna just be sitting here when I know I could be lifting. It's so easy. I mean, I use mine every day, 5 minutes a day. And the beauty of it is, Kate, is it doesn't hurt. I know people hear microcurrent and maybe they get a little scared and say, oh no, but what does it feel like? It just feels like a massage on your face. It's an amazing feeling.
I love that you bring that up, because yes, there's no redness, there's no irritation. In fact, you can see those soft waves, we call them soft waves, working below the surface of the skin. So what you're doing essentially is sending that energy down to the muscle to tighten and tone it, just as if you were going to the gym working with free weights. You can't lift weights with your face, but what you can do is use microcurrent to tighten up that muscle. And you can see the skin on top, and then you have that microcurrent going down to the muscle. Do you see where all those soft waves work below the skin down to the muscle? And I tell everybody, you can use all the best skincare in the world, love how it makes your skin feel, but microcurrent works the other half, which is the muscle below the surface of the skin. So the eyes are the first people see when they look at you. If you get a great night's sleep, but you're still waking up looking tired, you have those heavy lids, you can't wear eyeshadow, you're having to use your finger, like you see in the after, to pick up the brow and apply your eyeshadow, you absolutely need NuFace, because this is from one treatment. Now, it does not stop there. With microcurrent, the results get better and better over time. And you can see this is from our clinical study. This is using NuFace 5 minutes a day, 5 times a week for 2 months. In the after, I want you to really notice the entire shape of her face is different. Do you see how it's actually thinner, it's lifted? Look at her jawline in the before, how it's starting to sag. She's getting those heavy jowls. After, she has this beautiful heart-shaped chiseled jawline. In fact, the corners of the lips are turned up. The placement of the cheekbones is higher. I always say she looks like a younger sister, older sister. And I don't know about you, but I want to be the younger sister.
Always. Wow.
Okay, this is actually from another clinical study. And I like to mention the fact that this is FDA-cleared. We also clinically approve all of our devices. These aren't just smoke and mirror before and afters. 5 minutes a day. This is 5 times a week for 2 months. The heaviness that she's seeing under that jawline is gone. We've lifted that entire area, not by weight loss, but by toning the muscle under the skin. So we've lifted everything back up, put it back into place. I mean, it really looks like we took 20 years off of that jawline.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's amazing. And, you know,
And
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and so easy to use. I mean, you're doing the treatment now. It's just so easy to use.
It's putting me to sleep. I'll be honest with you. It's that relaxing. I'm like, oh, this is nice.
And then, yeah, another jawline. So, you know, Melissa, when my clients come in to see me, the number one area of concern is the jawline. And I love the fact that we're treating the jawline. I mean, here's another one. This is one of my favorite before and afters because you can see what's happening. The corner of her lip down, do you see how everything, that skin is starting to fold over itself? That is simply because that muscle has stretched out. And because the muscle has stretched out, now you're losing the tone. 60 days later, only 5 minutes, look how much higher lifted that fold is, completely smoothed out. And it's just going to continue to get better and better over time. Now, I do want to preface, everyone starts at different places in the aging process. So, you know, I have people that'll say to me, oh my gosh, like day one, I saw these incredible results. I couldn't believe it. I have others that say, you know what, it took me like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I was amazed. So, you know, stick with it because the key really is the consistency. You know, my friend just bought one and I told her, by the time we get to end of summer, we're going to be going back to school. You watch. The moms are going to say to you, what did you do over the summer? Something looks different. And that's what we hear. People say that they know that you've done something. They just don't know what it is because it truly is the most natural alternative to a more invasive procedure. You look like you just look like the best version of yourself.
Yeah. It's like I said before, it's like you're getting a new face. I mean, that's what it,
Yeah,
you know,
it
the,
is.
the name
It really
doesn't
is.
lie.
Yeah.
It feels very good. I'm loving this right now. Just quickly, I want to remind you of value because, you know, and I want to dive in with Kate a little bit further because, you know, as an esthetician, she keeps touching on the points of, you know, people come to her for services. That means if you were to go see her, this would cost money to actually have this done one time. So it's worth the investment to have it in the palm of your hands that you can use anywhere, anytime, and see these results so quickly. So you're saving $42 today, but on, when is the 30th? Is it Monday? So Monday, which I can't believe,
Monday.
June 30th, that price will go up $42 to $241, and you're going to be paying for the shipping. So my advice to you, while we have the colors that you want, while you're watching this presentation, why even wait an extra day when you know that you can see these results so quickly? Place your order. There's 3 ways to place your order. 800-500-7549. That's at the, 7590. I just mushed the main channel number and this together. 7590. And you can go to QVC.com or tap our app. Matt, I'm so sorry. Over 1,500 out the door. This has been a really, really popular one from NuFace. It's the Mini Plus facial toning device. I love how it fits in the palm of your hand. With the auto delivery, this gel is an absolute must-have. You get 10 ounces. Get it on auto delivery every 90 days. You're going to get it shipped to your house for an entire year. Final presentation of the month. It's a $225 value. If you open up a store card today, our Q card, you can go to QVC.com to do so. If you get approved, you get 5 easy payments all of the time. You also get a $50 voucher you can use on your first purchase. And then this would be $148.98. So there's extra value there. A 702089. I am using what we're calling cherry red. We have for you violet and then black. We already lost one color, so don't wait, especially on that black, most popular color. Now, going back to your expertise, Kate, and how people come in for these services, I mean, we've talked about this. You charge, you know, in the hundreds for this service for one to see somebody one time.
Yes.
I mean, this pays for
Yes.
itself